What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing the episode 33 review of My Hero Academia. So the episode started off with Deku leaving Gran Torino's house and pretty much saying his goodbyes. And he just asked Gran Torino why he wasn't a big name in the hero scene, and Gran Torino just said pretty much he didn't really want to be a hero and it's not what he wanted in life. And to ask All Might pretty much for more information on that. And Gran Torino, you could see at the end when Deku was walking away that Gran Torino really believes that Deku will become the #1 hero, and I mean, this is the story of Deku becoming the #1 hero, so I think everybody believes in him by this point. So the next scene cuts over to the kids in the classroom, and everybody's talking about their internships, and pretty much everybody's focuses swing on Ida, Todoroki, and Midoriya, and they all hear that they fought the hero killer and that they're all beat up. And pretty much, I think Denki asked him, did you guys, I heard Endeavor saved you guys, and they pretty much have to tell them, yeah, Endeavor came in and saved us, even though we all know that them three did it themselves and that they're the true stoppers of staying in this in the past arc, which I mean, it's their duty as a hero to say things like that, to keep it on the down low when they're told to keep it on the down low. So that's just a glimpse at things that heroes need to do in the future and that heroes have been doing in the past. So yeah, it kind of, I guess it taught them a good lesson that to just follow your higher ups and just keep things on the down low and don't make a big fuss of things that don't need to be made a fuss of. So next up is the most action-packed part of the episode, and that is the training at Field Gamma, or the race to save All Might in the middle of this big like rooftop facility where there's all these like pipes going everywhere, and it's pretty rough terrain, but it's city terrain, so it's a good practice field. So the cool thing about this scene is when everybody's warming up and they're looking at who Deku has to go up against, it's like Ida, and he's got the crazy quirk that makes him run fast, you know. And then they have the tape guy, I think his name is Zero or something like that. And the acid girl quirk is she can use like acid to slide on things, stuff like that. And the dude with the it's like a tail, I forget their names, but yeah, they have really mobile quirks, and everybody's looking down on Deku, like Deku's gonna have a real rough time with this. And then even Bakugo says like, yeah, Deku's coming in last, but that's just him hating on Deku as usual. So it starts off with everybody just takes off, and Deku starts using full cowling 5%, and he's just jumping off all these walls, these pipes, everything, and everybody just turns around and they're like shocked because the classmates other than Todoroki and Ida have never seen Deku use full cowling yet. And so everybody's just like amazed that he can use his quirk without getting hurt anymore. And it's pretty cool, but then after Deku's like jumping off these pipes and stuff, his foot hits a pipe and he slips and he takes a pretty hard tumble at the end. But it's just a lesson for Deku to just look where he's stepping, even though he's trying to control his 5% and stay focused. And it taught him a lesson. And even All Might at the end, it really made me happy was when All Might, he told him, yeah, you really surprised me, kid, and then gave him like a thumbs up. So that was like a feel-good moment. So really cool action scene. It wasn't as cool in the manga. I like to see it in the episode because action scenes in the anime are obviously better, but it was pretty cool in the manga too. The next thing I want to talk about isn't a very serious scene. It was honestly kind of a funny scene, and this episode right now, 33, it was pretty funny. I liked it. It was a laugher. It was really good. They had some good jokes in there and some falls, but what I talk about is in the boys' locker room. Mineta, I think his name is. He finds this hole in the wall, and it's to the girls' locker room. And the girl with the earphone jack quirk flies her earphone jack into the hole and just pokes him right in the eye as he's trying to get a peep on all the girls. And I just thought that part was hilarious. That was like one of the first times I actually laughed out loud during this anime. It was really funny. Most of you guys have watched this episode if you're watching this video, so you guys probably laughed with me. I thought it was a brilliantly executed like comedies, like I guess would be seen, but yeah, it was brilliantly executed. Quick thing before we go on with the video, if I sound different, it's just because I had a sneezing fit. I just sneezed like 15 times, and the last time I was talking, I was trying to fight a sneeze, so if I sound like stopped up, that's why. So if you guys remember, at the end of training at Field Gamma, All Might gives Deku the thumbs up that we talked about, and he says, "Meet me later after this training." And so this is where the episode kind of takes a turn into the more serious backstory, story development note. So I'm not going to tell you the whole backstory because it's just a review. I'm just going to give you a small little summary. And it is, One for All came from All for One, which is a quirk back when quirks first came out that could steal quirks. And yeah, the host would get all these quirks and stuff and then give them to people. So that's where One for All came. And so pretty much just keep in mind that One for All is the justice to All for One, and All for One is the evil. So pretty much All Might tells Deku, in the future you're gonna have to fight the wielder of All for One, and in the past All Might fought him, and that is the person who injured him. It injured his lung in his chest, if you guys remember from season 1. And that's why he can't go in his like buff form for a really long time anymore. So it gave him serious damage. So this guy, this guy is strong because he hurt All Might, and All Might's like, he's a beast. So pretty much just telling Deku that one day you're gonna have to fight this guy, and Deku stands up and says, "As long as you're by my side, I can do anything." And All Might kind of says some things that really freak me out. I am a manga reader, but I do not read but more than 2 chapters ahead each week, so I don't want to spoil that much, but I like to read the manga and see it casted on screen because that's a really cool experience. But anyway, All Might kind of sounds like he's dying, if that makes sense. Like he keeps telling, like he tells Deku, like, I won't always be here, as he's walking down the hallway, if you remember. So I predict that All Might is dying of something. Maybe it's the thing on his chest, or I think it's his lung or something like that. But I think he's dying, which if he is, I hate that because my favorite characters go Deku, All Might, Todoroki. So if that happens, I'm gonna be really messed up. I'm gonna be distraught. Let's say that. So that's gonna do it for me on this one. If you guys like the video, drop me a like. Just think about subscribing if you're new. Amazing episode, by the way. Huge fan of this anime. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.